Welcome to once again in the Department of English, and you are going to watch a video based on communication skills. The topic is prescribed at FYBA English Compulsory Semester 1, Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune. So, in the first video based on communication, we learned what is communication, what are the types of communication, how the requirement of effective communication, as well as the pathways of communication. And in this video, you are going to study the practical communication or the communication used in our day-to-day life. I hope this video would help you in your day-to-day life. As earlier I said that communication is different, good communication is different, and effective communication is different. So far as this communication is concerned, it reflects our culture. It reflects how you are, whether you are educated or uneducated. It shows that your personality, we say. That is why the communication plays a vital role in our day-to-day life, especially in the modern age. And this good communication or effective communication is needed in our social as well as our private life. So, at the compulsory level, we studied the essay written by A.G. Gardiner, that is On Saying Please. And in this video, we have studied the importance of three magical words, that is sorry, please, and thank you. So, these three words plays a vital role in our day-to-day communication. For example, when you take the service, you must have to say please. When you get the service, you must have to say thank you, like this. And in this video, we are going to study this video, which is we can say which will helpful to you in our day-to-day life. So we will study this video under these different heads. For example, the first one is greeting and responses to greeting. The second one is how to introduce yourself. The third point is how to introduce others. The fourth point is how to join a conversation. And the last part is how to leave the conversation. So now, for it, this table would help you to understand the video. That is, in this table, you have three columns. The first column is about neutral or safe. The second one is informal. And the third one is formal. When we communicate with the person or your listener, we can say. So, the relation between you and the listener is very important. For example, when you are only acquainted with a person, or we can say passing acquaintance, or only the familiarity, we have to use the safe way or neutral one. That means the person is not very close to you or not far away from you. So on such occasions, we have to use neutral or safe way. This is the second column is about informal way of communication. And what is informal communication? Suppose when you talk with your friends or the person of your own age, we are informal. And the formal, we can say official way. The senior, your boss, how to talk with your boss, how to talk with your seniors, or how to talk with the respected person in the society, it is known as the formal way. The person may be familiar to you, but when you go into an office, suppose my friend is a collector. When I talk with the collector at his home, that means we are friends. I have to use informal way. But when you go to his office, then he is collector and you are maybe the citizen of the town. So you have to use the formal way of communication. Now I hope that you understand when we use neutral or safe way, informal way and formal way of communication. When we see the general, we can see the general words in our day-to-day communication. I am going to give you the list. These words will help you a lot in your day-to-day communication, because after all, it reflects your character. The communication reflects your character. So be cautious when you use the words. And English is the formal language, very formal language. You have to seek the permission, you have to give the permission, you have to ask the permission, you have to apologize, you have to introduce yourself. Sometimes you have to join the conversation, leave the conversation. So the formality should be adopted on such occasions. Okay, so the words like thanks or thank you very much, or thanks a lot, I'm very grateful to you, thank you very much for your help, thanks for calling me, like these words will give, we can say, impression to your communication. So in our day-to-day communication, you have to use these words. Suppose somebody says you thank you, then you must have to say welcome, or you are welcome, or you are most welcome, you are always welcome, it's okay, it's all right, no mention, it's my pleasure. So you have to say, in this way you have to give the response when somebody says you thank you. When somebody says thank you and you never respond with such by using such words, then you will be called a rude person. So that is why I say English is very formal language, and you must have to use such dialogue in our day-to-day communication. Now I come to the first point, that is greeting and responses to greeting. Suppose you meet a person for the first time in a day, in a particular day, or in our day-to-day life, you see, you must have to greet him or her. Okay, in Marathi we say namaste, namaskar, ram ram, or in other languages they call it just like the vannakam, for example. And in English, so in Marathi or in other Indian languages, the time is not mentioned. For example, namaskar, ram ram, at any time you can say like this. But when you are the English speaker, you have to express the specific, I say, time. For example, if the person is not well acquainted with you, only you know his or her name only, you must say morning, afternoon, or evening. There is no need to use good morning, etc. You can only say morning, afternoon, or evening. But if the person is of your own age, maybe your classmate, maybe your friend, maybe the relative of your own age, then you should not say only morning or afternoon or evening. You must have to say hi, how are you, or hi everybody, hello Mr. Kiran, hello Mr. Tushar, hi Mr. Meghraj, like this, because you have informal relation with the listener. But when you greet your seniors, your boss, the respected person in the society, then you have to adopt the formal way of greeting. And how to greet formally? That is, you must have to say, good morning ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon ladies, good afternoon gentlemen, or good evening sir, good evening madam, or good afternoon gentlemen, like this. Okay, you have to use the word like sir, madam, gentleman, ladies, and mention the specific time, that is morning, whether it is morning. Now you already are familiar with this term. Up to 12 a.m. you have to say morning. Then after 12 the noon starts, that is why we say afternoon. And at the evening you have to say good evening sir, good evening ladies and gentlemen, like this. So this is the way of the greeting, that is how to greet the people when you meet him or her. Then when you greet that person, that means you are the speaker. The listener have to give the response to the speaker. If you never give, suppose somebody says you good morning sir, you must have to give response, good morning you too, like this. If you don't say, you just only or you never give any kind of response, the person will not say again to you good morning sir, good morning madam. So you have to give the response. If somebody says hi, how are you, you must have to say hi, I am fine, thank you, how are you. You have to give the response. And one who gives the response, because English being a formal language, you have to respond. Otherwise, the person, the fellow, the man, the woman, the boy or the girl will call you a rude person or senseless person or ill-mannered person. So these manners are very important. When somebody greets you, you have to give response to his or her greeting. And now I come to the second point, that is how to introduce yourself. Again, this table will help you that the relation with the listener is important here. Again, the person, if the person is only acquainted with you, you have to use neutral or safe way. If the person, if your listener is of your own age, of your close relative, of your bosom friend, I say, you have to use informal way. And again, the formal is the official language. So neutrally you have to say, you can directly say, my name is Meghraj. So this is, there is no way to say anything. Directly say, my name is Meghraj, my name is Tushar, my name is Sagar, like this. Or you can say, excuse me, my name is Meghraj, my name is, excuse me, my name is Sunil, like this. Or you can say, excuse me, I don't think we met before, I am Mr. Meghraj, like this. Or you can say, directly say, I am Mahesh, I am Akshay, I am Saurav, I am Tushar, like this. Or you can say, means neutrally or in a safe way, you can say, how do you do? My name is Rohit Sharma. So like this is the safe way or neutral way. But the dialogue change when your relation with the speaker become changed. When the person to whom you are going to speak is familiar with you, having close relation with you, or your bosom friends, then naturally the style of conversation, I say, change. You can directly say, hi, I am Suresh Raina, or hi, you must be Amar. You must have to say like this, I am Mr. Tushar, I am Mr. Sagar, in this way. But when the relation change with your speaker, you have to use the formal ways. And how to introduce yourself formally. So formally you can say, may I introduce myself, or may I introduce myself, sir, may I introduce myself, madam, I am Akshay Khanna, like this. Or you can say, first let me introduce myself, I am Mr. Lokesh Rahul. Or you can say, allow me to introduce myself first, I am Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, so these are the ways how to introduce yourself formally. And here the second point ends. Now I come to the third point, how to introduce others. Suppose you are with your friend, you are with your brother or your sister or your parents, maybe sometime you have to introduce your relatives, your friends, your brother, sister, like this, to others, to your friends. Suppose sometime you have to introduce your friends to your parents. This means the vice versa situation. Again, this table will help you how to introduce others in a safe way or in neutral way. You must have to say like this. For example, this is Mr. Sunil Devkar, or I would like to meet Ankita Chaudhary, or have you met Suresh Raina? Question mark. Or you can say, do you know Lokesh Rahul? Or by the way, do you know each other? So in this way, you can, in a safe way or in a neutral way, you can introduce the other people. Okay, informally, again you know, when we have to use the informal way, that is directly says, for example, meet my friend, meet my brother, meet my sister, and give the name of your sister, brother, cousin, whatever it may be. For example, meet my friend Mr. Meghraj, meet my friend Mr. Sunil, like this. So this is the informal way to introduce the others. Or you can say, oh, look here is Madhuri, my sister, like this. So these are the informal ways to introduce others. But the situation changes when you introduce others in a formal way. So in a formal way, you must have to say, may I introduce you to Manoj Deshpande, like this, or let me introduce you to Amol Kole, or allow me to introduce you to Rani Naik, or you can say, I would like to introduce you to Raju Naik, or it is my great pleasure that I introduce you to Mr. Rohit Marathe, like this. You can introduce the others. And here the next point is end. Now I come to join the conversation. Sometimes suppose there is a group, or maybe 2, maybe 3, whatever the participants may be, there is, or we can say there is a group and they are talking, suppose on a cricket match or on any subject, and you have to join the conversation. When you join directly, generally what happen, you see, you directly join the conversation, and if you directly join the conversation, you will be called uncivilized fellow, uncultured fellow, or rude fellow. Okay, so henceforth don't join the conversation directly. So ask their permission to join the conversation. So how to ask the permission? Again, this table will help you. For example, neutrally you can say, excuse me, do you mind if I join you, like this? Or you can say, I hope you don't mind my asking, haven't we met before, like this. So in this way you can introduce yourself and join the conversation. Or in a formal way, you have to say, hello, how are you, my friend Mr. So and so, and you can directly, because it is an informal way. In an informal way, you can participate in the conversation directly, but you have to say something for them before the joining the conversation. Or you can say, hi, it is great party, and then start talking. Suppose 2 friends are talking on a recent cricket match, Then when you join the conversation, you have to say what a fantastic match it was, and then join the conversation, because you have informal relationship between the listener and the speaker. They know each other very well. But when you join the conversation with your seniors, with your boss, with your, we can say, or highly qualified people, or senior people, or the respected people in the society, you have to use the another language. For example, I beg your pardon, but aren't you Mr. Kiran Deshpande, like this? Or do you excuse me, but aren't you Akshay Khanna? Are you Akshay Khanna? Or excuse me, I was wondering if I could join you. So ask their permission, and then only join the conversation. Don't join the conversation in a direct way. Now here the fourth part ends, and now I come to the last part. That is, suppose you are talking with your friends, or maybe your seniors, or in all of these three situations, in short we can say. Suppose you have some urgent call. Suppose you have some urgent work to do. Then you have to leave the conversation, because you joined the conversation, but due to some unavoidable circumstances, you have to leave the conversation. Generally, what do? You directly starts to go away from the conversation. So my friends, do not behave like this. Ask the permission of that group or of that people to whom you are talking. You have to seek their permission. Neutrally, again, you have to say, I am afraid, I really must go now. So, first of all, ask them to forgive that you are leaving. Or you can say, I hope you don't mind, I have to go now. So, ask them, give him certain hint. Or you can say, I am afraid, but I can't stay any longer. Because you can give here the reason. Or you can say, I am awfully sorry, but I am meeting someone, or I have some urgent call, like this, and then only you can leave the conversation. If the relation is the informal one, that is your friend suppose, then you have to say, sorry, I have to dash now. Okay, and then say bye. Or you can say, sorry, I must be off now. Or sorry, I must be getting on my way. Or you can say, right, I am off now. So through using these useful expressions, you can leave the conversation. And the last part, that is the formal way, how to leave the conversation formally when you are talking with your boss or the senior persons. Okay, you must have to say, I am afraid we shall have to leave it here. So directly take the permission. Or you can say, I hope you will forgive me, but I have, then give the reason. I have some urgent work, I have to meet somebody else, I have phone call, etc. Or I have to go to the hospital, like this. The reason should be given here. Or you can say, I must apologize, but I am afraid, but I have to leave the conversation. So these are the useful expressions when you leave the conversation. Here I would like to stop. The remaining part we will see in the next video. I hope that you like this video, practice this useful expressions in your day-to-day life, and use them so that it can be automatically be habitual to you, and it will improve your English communication or English conversation. So thanks to spare time with me.